Last time on Bound SMP, Vast was working on just some potions and things when he got a message from Sylph that Rune was injured and needed help. And he quickly grabbed regen potions and sprinted over, only to find everyone fine and in their pajamas. And then he wasn't allowed to leave. He was forcibly invited to the sleepover party. He was a little thrown off. Obviously, he didn't have pajamas, so he Sylph stole some of Rune's and stole the shortest pajama shorts that Rune owned, so that Vast had to wear them. They made a fort. They had a pillow fight. Ava seemed particularly to target Vast about it. And eventually settled down with Coco to play Truth or Dare. And it led to quite silly times and quite interesting reveals. Little tidbits like that Sylph doesn't actually know what their last name is. And that Vast might have a complicated history with relationships. And eventually, when Sylph asked about his necklace, he got a little defensive and backed out, considering leaving the sleepover altogether. But Rune convinced him to stay, and instead of sleeping up in the blanket fort, they went downstairs to Rune's nest and got to talk more. Where Vast explained a little bit about his answers during the game. And Rune showed Vast his mechanical arm. Seemed to bring the two of them closer together. Ran out of actual food while out. Oh, I see you've picked up... Someone taught some bad habits. Oh. You know, I really thought it was you, but I see Jasper's the problem, actually. Oh, no, see? Okay. Get down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, the corner, silly. There. How's that? Yeah. Silly birds. I should probably bring these back. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be back, okay? You be good. You be good. Yeah, I had to go home and I'll just drop them back off. I don't want to steal them. You know, she might follow. I swear if she follows again, I still have those. I wore them. I was wearing them. Look, I was wearing them, okay? Look, and now they're back and... Well, okay, I didn't bring anything else to leave, but... I mean, I could probably go find something. Yeah, I could probably find something. It seems silly to... And why didn't you change to getting home? Look, I didn't have a whole lot of time. Handful of books. Oh. That's good. That's good. New dandelions. Do I have any? No time. Look. No, Rune didn't throw me out. Ava might have. There we go. Okay. Here, we'll just drop these really quick on our way. Here. And then we'll go straight to the library. Oh, that's annoyingly not the right number. There, that's probably weird. It's fine. It's fine. We need to return them anyways. Come on, we have things. Don't overthink it. We have things to go get. Oh. Hi. Are you yeah, Virgil? Virgil, your mouth is broken.
Oh, sorry. I was speaking to the crows for a while, and I sort of forgot to speak human. Um, but yes, how are you? I found I had a list of books for you, but I went through. Peter and I have. I mean, we did say that we did not have an organization system. That is not entirely true. Whenever we find books, we have sort of a registry that we put them in, and I sort of just went through and any with vague titles that may have been useful, I collected if you wanted to come look through some.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, just upstairs in the office. Please excuse the mess. Sometimes Pietro gets very into certain projects and doesn't pick any of it up, and so their office is very filled with redstone things. I don't exactly know what any of it does, but apparently they've been talking to Rune a bit about it. But yes, this just here. I have a sort of a collection of books with. I found the titles, for the most part. Although I will admit that some of them are likely not as useful as I had hoped.
Yeah, sure. Here, let's see. Bound by ancient magics. Even now, those first memories of when I awoke are burned into my mind, so unlike the hazy memories of the unconsciousness one makes with their...
I don't think that book is. Yes, that's not that might be one of the books where the title is more compelling than the actual use of the book. It's it's we can put that one away. It seems well written, but not exactly what we need here.
Yeah, okay. Let's be a little bit more selective of our books then.
Yeah, perhaps.
History of island formation. Who was here before? Mystical remedies. Ages. Structures of the forgotten sorcerers. Here.
Yeah, he's a lectern over here if you would like to place it down to read it.
Yeah, here. While it is known that there must have presumably been vast cities and buildings inhabited by the people of the time prior to the settlement of the islands, it may surprise many living today to know that even our oldest ruins are incredibly recent.
Oops, sorry, I got impatient. Oh,
Virgil,
sorry, I got impatient.
I'm sorry, would you like to read? Am I too slow at reading for you?
No, it's very well. It reminded me of something. Continue, please.
In the timeline of our world, of course, most structures constructed immediately after the fall of the old world were intended to be impermanent, rough houses and other necessary buildings to continue the survival of society. However, it seems there may have been some permanent monuments constructed after all, likely by the remaining sorcerers of occult orders, now lost to our knowledge, as discussed in preceding volumes. These creations, described by those who witnessed their existence, appeared to be obelisks or spires, climbing to great heights and constructed of incredibly resilient materials such as blackstone. These
Fascinating. Spiders imbued with a heavy spiritual, even a magical energy, where witness to those who witness their existence appeared to the obelisks to be spiders, climbed to great heights. Sorry, I don't. Imbued with a heavy spiritual or even magical energy, when incredibly revered by those sorcerers and may have contributed to some practices and rituals. It's highly unknown if they still exist. This is. I had notes about potential structures that were channeling elements of magic into some of the islands. That could be.
What? What do you mean? Structures channeling magic. That's not how magic works.
I suppose some of the islands around here have more magic sort of imbued into them naturally, and if structures like this did exist and may still exist, it could be a reason that certain areas have dwindling levels of magic.
And you believe everything you read in a book about the old world?
It depends on the book.
Yeah, I would say it depends on the book. Indeed.
Okay, Bound by Ancient Magics. It is not a great. Okay, you may have a point. Maybe it's not exactly the most trustworthy.
Don't you think if these towering spires were real, they would be visible? Have you ever seen something like that? There's the big, giant ancient cities.
Yes, I suppose you're right. It would be rather hard to miss giant blackstone spires that are humming with magical energy. I feel maybe right. Sorry, I suppose I jumped to some conclusions based on my own previous research that might not be exactly the most helpful.
Here. Science and Magic, A Blurred Line, Flight Crystals Instructions, Recollections of the Past, Beyond Talons, Enchanted Weapons, Magic in the Hands of Alchemists. Oh, that's a long title. Material Science Applications to the Arcane.
Yes, I did not flick through that one as I did with some of the others. It was one of the later editions that Peter and I managed to find.
Oh, this book is... This is an old one.
Old.
The studies of science and the arcane arts are not as far apart as one might believe. The guiding principles of Redstone have parallel applications with channeling magic. Primarily, magic is routed via something, but these sigils can be enhanced or deemed unnecessary if one uses the correct materials. In the same way copper, quartz, and wool conduct redstone, several materials can do the same for magic. A wide variety of crystals are one of the most common conduits of the arcane. This seems more like what I was looking for.
Actually, it's fascinating. I had been pondering. I have a small experiment with some amethyst crystal growth over there. It something about the crystalline structure of its, I suppose, development does seem to channel magic. If you would like to borrow that book, I can potentially go and find you a library card, and you can look through it more.
Yeah, a library card would be appreciated.
Yes, I can duck over to the house and find some. Or perhaps we have some upstairs. I'm not entirely sure. I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, I'll be here. What's this one? Oh, amethyst crystals, dripping obsidian. Oh, these might actually be Virgil's notes. Crystals. Light crystals, fortune feathers within avians, potentially at the DNA level. Amber essence. Rune theoretically make a flight crystal using his own DNA node to self-ask Rune for a blood sample. Avian traits and individual sliding scales. Avian traits. More avian. What? Excuse me? Vast seems to sit somewhere between myself and Pietro. Sharing my own avian-like legs, but not wholly embodying a magpie the way Pietro does an owl. Cannot talk to corvids other than his own magpies, which follow him around. Strangely, I cannot talk to his magpies, the exception being Jade, the new hatchling, who I can speak to, but she can't. Remember, a second eyelid possessed some birds, shielding the debris while flying translucent white film over the eyes. Typically, these membranes are removable, only equipping when necessary, but Vasts appear to be permanent. Could potentially be some kind of onset genetic trait. How much does Vast know about the old world? Why is he looking in? Fuck. Empowered with the unnatural amethyst sequences. Any luck up there?
Yes, sorry, I was just about to come down. I managed to find a card, get your name printed into it and everything. It should be just there for you. You can just come back anytime, replace the books, take out any others, anything that might interest you. I apologize that not as many of these books were as useful as perhaps their titles initially suggested.
It's fine. Thank you for looking.
Yes, of course. And if I find anything else, I will let you know. It's interesting to have someone else kind of investigating similar areas of study, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe we could compare notes.
Yes, that would be interesting to do at some point, if you would be open to it.
Well, I'll bring back your books when I'm done.
Yes, take your time. There's no real time limit on the library books, so hopefully it's useful.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, I'll see you around fast. I'm glad something could be of use.
Shit. Okay. I'm fine. It's fine. I just don't want Virgil looking more into this. And into me. I didn't see, this is why it was a bad idea to ask anyone else for help. Now He's looking. At least this doesn't have any actual information. Let's see if this has anything of use, okay? That probably says Luxton, right? Luxton sigils. Okay. Capable of being enchantments, containers of arcane energy or routing magic crystals are key tools in the study and use of. Some organic materials also possess similar qualities. Feather, bone, and bark, for example, can also be imbued with arcane properties. Living organic material can also be used, but one should do so with great caution. The results are far more unpredictable and volatile. Sigils must be used in this case to even begin the arcane direction process. Like the sigils on your back. Yeah, that's my thought too. Insulators. As glass is to redstone, high-density stones act as insulators against the arcane. Deep slate and black stone are commonly used in arcane constructs for this purpose. Other insulators such as... This book is old. Really old. Amplifiers. Amplification is where redstone and arcane begin to diverge. Instead, one may think of this more like alchemy, where redstone itself, glowstone, or other ingredients are added to potion brews. The effect may be amplified or extended. Arcane artifacts may also be affected in such ways. Essence powder and ember essence are two such ingredients. For example, combining crystals with an ember rod can create a useful tool in amplifying the arcane energy sources. Sources can... Crystals with ember rods. I wonder... Wait. Here. I have more ember rods. Actually, I have a crafting table in here now. Come on. Let's see. It said crystals with them, so what? Just like, no, that isn't anything. Maybe it actually needs to be like the shards. Here, if I don't use the silk touch pick, it breaks into this, right? Yeah, there we go. Maybe it's like a different order, or maybe this isn't anything. Maybe Rune figures this kind of thing out all the time. Come on. Powder to the rod. Quartz? I don't know if I have any quartz. Oh, I do have quartz. It said crystals, plural, to an ember rod, singular. So, come on. What if... End rod. This is what we needed. I didn't. How many do I need? I didn't count. I should have counted. Wait. Here, we can bring them with. And come on. Magpies, keep an eye out for Virgil. Just in case. We actually can fix it. If I can reach there, there. Okay, that's one side. Wait, is... I didn't notice before that... Okay, wait, focus. Here, I think we need to make more of them. Come on. There's more of those sigils on the obelisk. I guess I never... Like, I knew that they were there, but they just... I didn't realize they were something specific. There we go. Flight crystals were hard to make. It just costs feathers and essence, so I can grow more feathers. It's worth it. See, I can figure things out. I can make things. Oh, the vines on this one. Go. Looks like I needed a few more. Come on. almost done. They're delicate. Easy to move out of place. Last one. That was it. That was it. It's repaired. I fixed it. I did it. It's done. It's done. And now I guess we have to leave. Right. Right, guess we don't need to leave any of this here. Could always come back. I've never been back to anywhere I've been before. No, I should be happier, right? I don't even know if you're big enough to fly with us. Julie said on leaving, you better make these last few times good. I guess I should figure out what supplies we should be taking with us. Prioritize what things we actually need. What? Backup ender chest. That's probably smart. Okay. Ember rods. Those are smart. Maybe I get rid of these so that Rune would probably like them. look, we can figure out what things we need to get done before we have to go. Maybe I want to get these maximized. Potions are probably the biggest thing I'll pack. Is that foolish? You say goodbye? Won't that make it worse? Maybe we don't need that many potions. Maybe we just need some. Maybe. Look, we how many times have you gotten to say goodbye doing this? In the brewing stands? No, that's probably smarter. Honestly. Oh. Oh, come here. Let's see what else we... Maybe you should take... Maybe you're right. Maybe we could say goodbye. And maybe we could have a few last good days. Maybe I could at least spare those.